Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Tarot of One with R. Joseph. This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of May 2024. This is going to be a general overview reading for the month of May for those that have Gemini as their sun, moon, or rising sign. Now, if you're going to find that it's not really resonating with you, just leave it behind for somebody else and maybe go check out your moon or rising sign to get a more clear picture of how the month is going to shape up for you. Now, as we get started, just to let you know, like as far as the way that this month is going to kind of start out for you, Gemini, it's going to be a really good time for you to the beginning of the month as you're waiting for the sun to come into your sign as your time happens. You're going to want to tie up loose ends, clean up any emotional baggage. It's not stuff that's fun, not stuff you want to do, but it's stuff that you need to like get in line before the sun comes in, and it's really time to really take your dreams into reality and really enact them then. And that's going to be, after the 21st. So take that first big chunk of the month to really take, get all your ducks in a row, as they say. And let's, as I get these cards all shuffled to begin your reading for you, Gemini, please, if you folks like these readings, if you like this content, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a like. Ring that notification bell so we can let you know when these readings come out so you can see them as they come. And please leave a comment. Let us know how these are feeling for you. Like, are you resonating with some of these readings? Is there a particular card that every time you see it, it just screams at you and just gets all your energy vibrating in that special kind of way? Let's all share that down below. And let's go. All right, Gemini. Well, so each month has 4.33 weeks in it. So I don't want to have just a partial piece. So we're gonna break the month into quarters. So I'm gonna have four different columns that are going to signify the four different quarters of the month, with a nice meridian in the middle, kind of splitting the month in half. I'm going to lay everything down, and then we're going to go through it and see what you're going to have this month, Gemini. Here we go. Very nice, Gemini. Let's see what we have going here. Not many majors at all for you. It's going to be a lot of detail for you here this month, Gemini. So as we kick things off, we do have one of our only, I believe, two major arcana cards that are going to be coming out for you for this month, and we're beginning with the Empress. Now, with that Empress, it's a very loving, fertile, very, very strong place of emotion to begin with for you this month. And that kind of makes sense as far as what I already mentioned that you have to do as far as tying up any emotional baggage, any loose ends. Seems like you're going to like start the month, really thinking about emotions and everything like that. And as that happens, the next thing that you're going to be seeing is the Knight of Discs. And with that Knight of Discs, that's bringing leaving from that watery spot where you're starting at, that deep emotion of that Empress, very lovely card, beautiful. Now you're going to come to bringing a little bit of that fire and earth energy together with those discs. That this night, the Knight of Discs is a very grounded card. It's not impetuous, it's not rushing, it is very stoic, ready to tackle what's kind of in front of you, these chores of kind of wrapping everything up for you. And some of that, in wrapping up those loose ends and that emotional baggage that you're going to be dealing with, this Five of Swords, excuse me, is really going to kind of have you feeling as though you're beaten down by it. It's a little defeating. And that place that you're coming from with that Knight of Discs, you have the strength to move through that. And it's going to be very important for you for that, because it'll very, very quickly, you'll come out of that very nicely with the Six of Wands and a victory. So now you're taking that air from these swords, and now you're igniting it with the fire of these wands, and you're grasping a victory from defeat. So whatever it is that you have to deal with in your life, whether that's it's definitely on the more personal side of things for you. It's not something you want to do, but I believe you realize, and maybe this is going to help you realize, that it is something that you have to do. And if you do take this time, the pregame, getting everything ready before your time comes to shine, when your sign comes in, when sun moves into Gemini, that's going to be the time to blossom and turn all these. Once you deal with everything, now you'll be able to really think about with that fire energy. You're really going to get a little inspiration out of that victory to help carry you towards that second half of the month. Where that's going to put you directly is going to be this Princess of Wands. And with that Princess of Wands, that's really carrying on. So now you're taking that inspiration from the Six of Wands, and now you're really enacting it, and you are with a lot of beautiful feminine energy so far. Aside from the Knight, we have it really going. And then what it's going into is the Aeon card. And with that card, it's really a blending, a changing of the times, a leap or progression forward. So what that's really kind of signifying in the way that this is laying out for you, Gemini, is as you take this time to sort out everything that you've kind of been putting on the back burner, and now it's time to dig through those emotional layers and get everything sorted out in order to have you prepared for what is to come. And then with that comes new inspiration, a new beginning, with that Ace of Discs. Now you're going to be able to take all those thoughts, emotions, the inspiration, and everything that once you sorted everything out to be comfortable in where you are, both emotionally, professionally, and on all aspects of your life, you are going to get a newfound inspiration to create down here in this 3D world. And that Ace of Discs is really going to signifies. And as you see, this is right at the meridian of the month. This is right halfway. And so right at the end of the first part of the month, you are going to be inspired to carry on. And what you're looking to carry on into with this Four of Wands is completing something. Now, whatever endeavor you are ready to partake upon with that that Ace of Discs inspiration, and then you have the Prince of Swords coming right after that. And with that Prince of Swords mixing with that Ace of Discs energy, that Prince of Swords is ready to move from a place of thought, from a place of intellect, and using those tools, those resources around to bring upon that Six of Wands energy for that completion of this thought and really bringing it into fruition. And then again, it's going to just be reinforced with this Six of Discs, with this success immediately coming from whatever idea that you've conceived of and were inspired by with that Ace of Discs, and taking that motion of that Prince of Swords, completing it, and success is going to be realized immediately after that for you, Gemini. So it really appears as though once you take this time to really deal with what it seems you've been going through in this April, seems like emotionally it might have taken its toll. It might have really wore heavy upon you. And to the point where it looks like it affected you so much, you put it on the back burner. You didn't even want to play with it. You didn't want to deal with it. Didn't want to fuss with it. Like, you were just Gemini. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Now, coming into May, the spring energy, everything coming the way it is, knowing that the sun moving into your sign is just around the corner. Now it's like spring cleaning, if you want, but it's the spring cleaning in your head. That spring cleaning, getting all those emotions flushed out, finding out where your feelings really are. And by the looks of it, it looks like it's not only emotional, but there's something in your professional work life that you are working on, that you are conceiving and getting ready to put into action and get immediate action out of it. And then with that success, with that Six of Pentacles, you're putting yourself right into the Princess of Discs, which is really the taking that material creation of the Ace of Discs, realizing that success in that Six of Discs, and now putting you in a place where you can begin to enjoy that. So, and for this, where this is laying out, this is almost coinciding with, this will be right around that 21st. And a lot of this might be coming right after the new moon, because the new moon will be on the 19th. Your sun will come into Gemini on the 21st. So it looks like right at that pinnacle of the month for you, everything comes together. And now you're put into a spot where you are ready to surge forward. And where that's going to put you is with this Three of Swords. It's a bit of sorrow, but that sorrow seems to be what you are dealing with in this first part of the month. And as we sort through that, the emotional, all that you needed to sort out, you're bound to think about it again as this second part of the month comes. But with everything else that is going around you, you will feel a bit distracted from that and be ready to continue through, because with this Five of Pentacles, now you're bringing just those thoughts of sorrow, and you're worrying a bit. But with this worry seems to be not about the emotions that you dealt with earlier in the month. It seems to be worry about whatever this project is, whatever this job, this new pursuit, these new possibilities that you're exploring that seem to have immediate success. With this worry here, it appears as though that success happened a little too fast and left you in a position where you're wondering if that's really the way it's going to continue, or if that was just a fluke that it saw so much initial success right off the bat. So whatever you are putting together in that beginning of the month that comes together in the middle of the month, you're going to see that it's going to have its ups and downs. But the ups and downs are a lot in your head. They're a lot of internal ups and downs rather than accepting things for how they are laying out in reality for you. And with that, you're going to continue on that kind of feeling there. With this Five of Wands, it's going to put you in almost a very passionate feeling along the same worry and sorrow that you did. Now it's kind of graduating into strife, and it's just like, am I sure it needs to go there? Do I deserve this? In Gemini, it appears as though you do deserve it. I think you're beating yourself up a bit for that, the emotional tumultuousness that you dealt with last month, that you sorted out in the beginning of this month. And now, with that coinciding with this new success in your business, your place of work, your creativity of manifesting in this real world, now you're back inside your head, and you're juggling it around if this is really everything that it appears to be. And with that, it really is, because right after you go through that, again, that cycle of feeling and almost recycling these same feelings that you were going through before, you come right into this abundance, this overwhelming abundance of love and really a togetherness that you are going to find solace in after this. So it appears as though these were just the reverberations of these emotions that you were busy sorting out. Now, let's see where you're going to end up. End up in that Prince of Wands. That's that fire just bursting, that flying into the sun, like that Icarus moment. So whatever it is that you have created and have enacted and came to success, but don't really doubted that it was deserved, by the end of the month, it is going to just be atomic. It's going to really be exponential. So not only it's going to affect you emotionally, it's going to affect you spiritually. And that is something that, with that new moon coming in on the 19th, that's going to be a really good time for you to take some time and, really give yourself, you already did that deep dive emotionally and took care of those things you need to take care of. By the time the 19th comes around, you're going to really need to take that time to really delve spiritually into yourself and really come together and with that oneness and try to align with source. And it's going to look like a really good time to do it, because you're going to you're going to go back into those kind of doubtful feelings. And in that time of inner reflection, take advantage of that time to get back in touch with spirit, get back in touch with source, put everything back together. Because when that new moon on the 19th comes, and then your sign on the 21st, once that 21st comes, you want to have everything ready for yourself. So you are ready to put your dreams, put your inspirations, put your thoughts, and pull them and bring them down and put them into reality and put them into action and ride this energy fully into it. Because as you are in your month, and what it appears as though is going to happen, Gemini, it looks like this month is going to be a little bit difficult for you at first, but it's very important what you're going to go through to get to where you need to go. Because as you finish out this month and enter into next month, it is going to be a very, very beautiful, exciting, fast moving. We could see the acceleration starting to happen here. And with this aeon that we are seeing in that beginning of that second quarter of the month, it signifies a new age that you are coming into. And with that Ace of Discs energy and that carrying throughout the end of the month into really end the month in this blaze with that Prince of Wands, what you're really going to see is that whatever this is that you have conceived of, that you are working on, that you are putting into action, it is life-changing for you. And at first you are going to doubt that this is really happening, but it is. Whatever you are putting together, and you're going to see an initial leap of success with it, and that is going to lead you, as ironic as it seems, like instead of you just being overjoyed by it, it's going to give you a little bit of self-doubt, and it's going to make you worry about things. What you need to do is, when that new moon comes, right before sun enters your sign, you really need to look inside, meditate, and be confident in yourself that what you're putting together puts you exactly in the right place that you need to be, Gemini. And this end of the month, going into next month, while you have your time in the sun, is just going to be bursting. And as you can see, just with this, you can see the symbolism of you just fully engulfed in that passion, that sunlight, that creative force, that strength. And it looks like you needed to do this time of reflection and of sorting to be able to get yourself into that position. Because it appears as though whatever this new thing you're working on, it looks successful. It looks like it's ready to take off, and it appears as it does take off. But you need to find a place to love yourself and love those around you in order to accept this abundance that is going to come with this, and fly straight into the sun and be engulfed by the energy, by the warmth, by the vitality that you are in control of. You're in control of this chariot. You're not afraid to fly into the sun. You are going headlong into it, because this sun is your sun. It's as it comes into your sign. So this is all aligning exactly how it has to for you, Gemini. So take that beginning of the month, tie those loose ends up, put everything together, take that emotional baggage, zip it up, send it out, pack it in the closet, be done with it. It's time to move forward. You're going to take this idea you have, this new thing, maybe you've been working on it for a minute. It looks like it's already ready to launch. Whatever you launch, it's going to show you success right away. As you begin to doubt yourself when that success happens almost artificially fast, slow down, look inside, accept it, know it, pat yourself on the back, and then in love, in inspiration, in passion, move yourself forward into this new abundance, this new place of love, happiness, wealth that is right on the cusp of you having it. So, Gemini, you have a very exciting month coming up. Now, if you want to get a little bit more insight into how your month is going to shape up, please check out our weekly readings. And don't just check out the ones for Gemini for you, Gemini. If you don't know your moon or rising sign, look that up. It's a quick Google search. And watch those signs for you as well. Because what you're going to see with the way that all these celestial bodies are meeting and passing, you're going to be getting different energies from different parts of your chart. And if you're able to watch all of those different aspects of your chart, you're going to see how those different energies interact with each other and how it really starts to manifest itself in your day-to-day life, and will really help you get through these decisions. And you might get a little bit more insight from one of those on more details on how you're going to deal with these times of sorrow and strife, and really be able to put yourself in that place of abundance, in that place of success, which you so obviously deserve. Gemini, thank you so much for coming here today and joining us for this monthly reading for you. There was a lot of I'm not going to say it's been easy, but it's going to be a difficult road for you, but the finish line is absolutely worth it, and you're almost there. Gemini, good luck with this month. I know you can put it together. Now, if you do like these readings, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Give us a like, ring that notification bell so you can be notified when we do release these other readings. And then we do a weekly one for you too, Gemini. So it's always good to check those out as well and see how they coincide with this monthly reading. And it'll really help you put all these energies together. Thank you so much. This was Tarot of One with R. Joseph. Until next time.